Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing?
Look, look, we're back
Did you
after a
miss
really
us?
long pause. What?
I said, did you miss us?
Nah,
Wow.
it's okay. We're back for a little while until this week when I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all close. So I'll see y'all in a week.
It happens.
We really need to just get into the habit of streaming on Mondays specifically so that I can be there.
Yeah.
And we're reading the Return to the Pit, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Another fun interactive novel for us. I'm
Yeah.
gonna I'm going to politely allow people time to arrive, like
Mm-hmm.
5 minutes worth of time to arrive.
I gotcha.
Fun and exciting. Very fun and very exciting, in fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how this book's gonna play out. If it's, is it gonna play out the same as just normal Into the Pit, and we just choose what happens, or if this is like a
I
whole
don't
new
know.
story?
I don't know. While you were getting everything set up, I read the first and part of the second page, and
Oh,
it seems like a new story. It seems like a new story,
gotcha.
but I haven't gotten into it for obvious reasons.
Yeah, yeah.
I was reading it because I was bored. I do know that there's an easy mode and a hard mode.
I see. Yeah, the week before was like that too. There was a easy and hard mode.
Yeah, but the week before had an easy mode, a normal mode, and then a secret mode, so to speak, where you had the phone at the end. We never played that one.
I see.
Although at some point we should, but we didn't do that one.
The phone at the wasn't that night 6 or
No, if you beat night six, you find a phone during night six, and you can go back and replay with the quote special item, and it's the phone,
oh right, yeah, we
and
were doing
it
that.
gives
That's
you a
right.
different story. But we elected not to do that because we had reread the entire story for night six.
Right, yeah, cuz
So we decided we weren't gonna do that last version.
right, yeah.
But we can go back at some point and read that last version. But one at a
Yeah,
time. This one doesn't seem to have that. This one doesn't seem to have a third version. This one's just the hard and normal.
gotcha. Yeah.
I like their normal items though, but I'll get to that when we get there.
They're normal
I just
items.
Yeah, it says if you want to play an easy difficult, you can add something or other.
I
I'll get
see.
there in a sec. That's easy. It's not technically normal versus hard. It's easy versus normal. Sorry about that. I should have been more clear.
I gotcha.
It's easy mode versus normal mode, but there isn't a third mode where you have a special item.
Gotcha,
Yep.
gotcha.
You there? Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
No, you're good. What you doing?
I was texting Captain just see if
I see.
he was gonna come stop by in the stream.
I see.
Yeah,
Well, it doesn't appear that anyone's showing up straight away, so I'm going to go ahead and start if that's okay.
that's fine.
Okay. Are you ready for this?
Aye, aye, Captain.
I can't hear you.
I am repeating it.
Wow. Okay. Fine. 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 All right. This town. The stoop. Did you need something? I heard
No.
that inhale. Okay. This town. The stupid, pointless town. You know how when you look at a map, all you see is a dot with the name of a place? Well, this town. This is that. Ahem. That's this town up close. Sorry, I was having a stroke trying to read those two words next to each other. Clearly, I don't speak the English language.
Exactly.
Uh, your name is Oswald. You're a 10-year-old fifth grader, and you hate it here. Okay, so maybe we are playing. Maybe this is
Nice.
the original version. You are a 10-year-old, so it can't be that long after.
Yeah, so we're still Aussie.
Okay, so we are Ozzy, and he's still 10 years old, which means this is probably the original version of the story if I had to take a wild guess.
Yeah.
Okay, your name is Oswald, you're a 10-year-old fifth grader, and you hate it here. This town is just plain terrible. You didn't always think this. You assumed that every kid kind of hated the town they grew up in, that everyone got bored with the same old, same old. That's just life. But then you realized, oh no, this town in particular, this is the worst. And it's not just your opinion, it's the objective truth. After all, If others actually liked it here, then maybe the majority of the stores along Main Street wouldn't be all boarded up. Maybe people wouldn't Maybe people would want to stay and work here. Maybe your best friend wouldn't have moved away because his parents wanted a better life for him. Yep, this is the kind of town people run away from. A couple of years ago, when there was a games shop, games plural, not a game shop, a games shop, and even a movie theater, maybe people would have stayed then. But now you now you'd better run away fast from it. Run away and never look back. But not you, not your family. No, your family has been here for generations, and mom has a good job at the hospital, even if the hours are long and she always looks tired. So evidently, that means you're stuck, because no one in the history of time ever changed their mind about a thing. Wow, that aged.
Yeah.
Okay, do we want to play on easy difficulty? We can add a pair of yellow bunny ears and half a Fazbear coin to the inventory. Or we can play on normal mode and just start out with only our wits.
Uh, what do you want? Because I'm fine with normal
I
mode.
I personally prefer having the rabbit ears
I
for the
see.
sake of imagining us running around with the rabbit ears. Okay.
We can do that, yeah.
That's the only motivation. Okay. We're gonna be wearing these yellow rabbit ears the entire story. I'm gonna add it in. If it's not already there, I'm gonna add it, okay?
I see.
Any chance I get, I'm adding in our yellow rabbit ears.
Yeah.
But we aren't actually, of course, going to be wearing them the whole story. But still, forget about that, okay? Forget about that. For now on, we're wearing them. Okay, I tap touch here for the yellow rabbit ears. Okay. It's the start of summer vacation, and you're sitting in the car with your dad, looking out the window, staring at the buildings passing by. You notice the dead possum is still there, getting nicely cooked in the heat. Yum. That's a sentence. That's a
Yeah.
sentence.
Yeah, this is
It's a
definitely
sunny. No, for sure. This is
yeah.
for sure the original story. uh, it's a sunny day, but even a sunny day in this town is gloomy, painful. The storefronts are bleached from the sun, everything reflecting a white hotness that makes you squint. The wood on the boarded up windows are covered in graffiti tags. The glass of the few stores that still exist are dusty and dull. It makes it it all makes you feel kind of itchy. I'm trying to relay that, but I can't. We have a part of town like that. I think I dragged you down to downtown one time.
Yeah. I believe so,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's like the best I can equate, but I think it's pretty. I don't think it makes me itchy. That's
Yeah.
a very weird descriptor for something like that.
Didn't we eat
You look
Taco
down
Bell
at,
there?
huh? No, no, that was the
Okay,
other side of
gotcha.
town.
Gotcha.
That was
My
the.
bad.
I'll have to next time you're in town. I'll have to drag you out to downtown just so you can
Gotcha.
see it. We'll just drive by it. But just like this place, I can't remember the name of this town, but just like the name of this town, it everything is bleached white and half the windows are boarded up. Gotta love it. Okay, where was I? You look down at the notebook in your lap instead. All the drawings you've made. Because you like to draw, or at least you think you like to draw. Drawing is a way to escape the mundane, the repetition of every day, the droning on of teachers who have to give you the same lesson over and over so everyone understands, even if you got it already. Ah, just like modern day. But but would you do it if you didn't have to use it to survive? You don't know. You think you would. You think you like it. Drawing, I mean.
Yeah, yeah, no, I gotcha.
You're pretty good at drawing, and lately you've gotten into sketching these animal characters that are kind of like mascots. One's a bear, one's a bird, one's a rabbit. They play in a band. Yeah, okay, super cheesy and a little childish, but whatever. Everything's so whatever. That's in the book. That
Yeah, yeah,
wasn't
no,
me.
I gotcha.
Excited that school's finally done? Dad asks. He's been trying to make pleasant small talk since you left home to go to the library. You've been ignoring him. He had put on one of his favorite country music stations that play the worst kind of music, and the only way to survive was to pretend you couldn't hear it. But now he's trying to talk to you, and you ignore him again.
Yeah, country music's good.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, okay. At the time, country music was good.
Yeah. Hey, you.
I'm assuming this is the. I'm assuming this is the 80s or 90s. I
No,
mean, it must be. It must be the 90s. It must be the 90s.
I think Into the Pit's supposed to be modern because he has cell phones.
Does he? He just
Yeah.
draws.
Huh? No, he
He.
himself does not have a cell phone. No, but like his mom had a cell phone. Remember, we had to use it Use dad's phone to call mom.
I could have sworn we used the house phone
No, it was
back when landlines were actually a thing.
no, it was
But I'm probably just wrong. I'm probably just wrong.
yeah.
But
Dad's
cell
phone was
cell
basically a
phones existed in
Nokia.
the well, Nokia's are late 90s. So
Right.
so my statement still stands.
True. But still more modern than what Freddy's
More
was.
modern than the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was if I had not been interrupted, I would have continued to say that not the 80s because Freddy shut down in the 80s or
Gotcha.
90s, but like shortly thereafter.
Gotcha.
That
Gotcha.
like I grew up listening to country music. Like I was born in the 90s and grew up listening to like the relatively modern at the time country music that was like Tim McGraw and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was good back then. It's
Yeah.
not as good now, in my opinion.
Nah.
It's kind of bad now. But back at the time, country music was decent, so I don't know what Ozzy's talking about.
Right. Yeah.
Shut up and listen to your Reba McEntire, okay?
Yeah.
uh, and you ignore him again because honestly, the answer isn't that easy. Yeah, it's great to be done with another year of school to finally be going into middle school finally next year. Sixth grade feels like a serious step up, but also you're pretty much doomed to spend the summer completely and utterly alone. Your best friend Ben's not here. He left for the good life in Myrtle Beach. Where are they? Myrtle Beach is in South Carolina. Where?
I'm gonna look it up. I'm
What?
curious where Into the Pit's supposed to be located.
It has a town name, but I can't remember what
Yeah.
it is, and I'm pretty sure it's like in Colorado or something. No, it's in Utah because Hurricane Utah is where Freddy's was.
Yeah. Oh,
That's a long drive. Your friend is still on the road, probably. That's like a 4-day drive.
let's see. Uh.
I think I remember them saying it was in Hurricane too, like in the original
Probably
book.
yeah.
I can go
Uh.
look. I have the original book on my phone, but
Yeah, I have the graphic. Well, yeah, the graphic novel won't say anything about it. Never mind.
well, here I can go look. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm skilled at this sort of thing. I'm a major. I am great at this sort of thing. Give me a second. I can go find Into the Pit. Let me see here. I would like to go back to like the first page, please. Let me see here. I'm reading.
Uh.
Well, on the second page, other than mentioning the mill, it doesn't specify.
Yeah.
I'm scanning though. I'll find it eventually. I can search, can't I?
You should be able to.
Yeah, I can search. Let me see. Okay, well, it doesn't say the word hurricane anywhere in this book, so I'm just gonna assume they're not in Hurricane, Utah. Okay,
Yeah.
moving right along. I'm gonna continue to read. If you can figure it out, just interrupt me, okay?
I got you. Yeah, I couldn't find anything. It never specifies where it's at.
Gotcha.
We're just gonna
He left
say.
for the.
Oh,
Sorry,
I was
I
just.
just started reading again.
I got you. Yeah. I'm just gonna say it does take place in Hurricane, since again that's where Freddy's is supposed to take place.
Right. Which means that Myrtle Beach is a 4-day drive away.
Yeah.
Hold on. In fact, I'm not even gonna drop this topic. Give me a second. I'm
I got
working on it.
you. I got you.
Distance from Utah to South Carolina by car. 31 hours,
I see you.
which is at least a day and a half. But when you factor in 8 hours to sleep and like an extra 4 hours to eat food or whatever during the time, restroom breaks and stuff,
Right.
that's like a 3 or 4 day. It's like a 3 or 4 day trip.
Yeah, and then traffic on top of that.
And then traffic through Houston. probably. If not Houston, then Chicago, one of those two places.
Yeah.
Ah, they're
Yeah.
living the good life. They're living the good life is in their on their RV where they now live because they're never gonna arrive because of the traffic.
Yeah. Ow, I slapped the microphone.
Don't slap the microphone. It didn't hurt you any.
I meant to scratch my arm.
I see.
Why'd I come over here? I wasn't done over here yet. Sorry, talking to myself.
He left for the good life in Myrtle Beach. And it's not like the other kids at school want to hang. Nah, they'd rather call you Oswald the Ocelot, or even better, Lee Harvey Oswald, after the guy who killed the president back in the '60s. Why do popular kids pick on unpopular ones? It feels like such a waste of time for them. Don't they have anything better to do? Why can't they just leave you alone like they do most of the time? And mom works crazy long hours as a nurse at the hospital, and dad's work shifts start early in the morning. So it's not like even if you wanted to be that kid who hangs out with his parents, you could do even that. So there's no one to hang out with, and it's not exactly like your parents have any extra money so that you could do anything cool. Again, your big plans today are going to the library, the very free library. There's nothing wrong with going to the library to hang out.
Yeah.
D- does dad really does dad really want to talk about all that? But now you feel kind of bad ignoring him so much, so you push out an answer. It's whatever. Dad sighs. He's he's probably he's probably over you just like you were over him. You wouldn't blame him. I know it's tough without Ben. It's tough without anything. I hate being poor. You probably shouldn't have said it. There are people out there way worse off than you. But you're frustrated and it's too sunny out. It's too stinking bright. Not stinking, sorry, stinging. It's too
I
stinging
see.
bright. I don't know if that's a typo or if they meant to say that, but whatever.
I see.
we aren't.
I don't
We aren't. I'm sorry.
know. You good?
I was reading. What were
Okay.
you saying?
No, I was just saying it was probably on purpose.
Probably. We aren't poor, Oswald, your dad says with another sigh. Yeah, I know. And I just got the new job at the deli, and I'm pretty sure I'm getting a promotion soon. Things are looking up, I promise. Why was dad always so hopeful? You'd think the longer you lived in this town, the less hope you'd have. You'd think it would. You'd think it would all just slowly seep away like a leaky faucet, just drip, drip, drip down the drain. Man, that aged like fine wine. It's still a problem now.
Yeah. He scared me.
Sure. You look at, huh?
He scared me. I just saw him out the corner of my eye.
Who is he? I didn't see him. Oh,
Farquaad.
him. I see. I see him now. Yeah, I see him now. Sorry. The stream is a couple of seconds behind you, so I'm looking at the stream and hadn't seen anything happen yet.
I gotcha. Man,
uh,
I started cleaning the wall. I
Sorry.
just see Farquaad's eyes out the corner of my eye, and it scared me.
It happens. Hey, I have an idea, Dad says. Dad usually has plenty of ideas, not always good ones. Why don't you go to Jeff's Pizza after you're done at the library? Get yourself a soda and a slice. How does that sound? Could be a new summer tradition. It sounds a bit like bribery, like he's trying to make you think a piece of pizza is amazing as is as amazing as a summer at the beach. It also sounds kind of okay. After all, pizza is your favorite food. Okay, we have options. We have options. One option is okay, whatever. At least it's something to do, and pizza tastes good. Do you agree to his plan, or a piece of pizza isn't going to make everything better, and you don't want Dad to think he can just bribe you with one?
The last
Are we
one.
interested, or are the last one? Okay.
I want to see if we get a game over quick.
I'm assuming that it put me at the right spot, but I'm a little skeptical.
You see?
You have the strangest dream. You're swimming in an ocean. Maybe it's a Myrtle Beach where Ben is.
Wait,
It's
wait.
sunny and the water is. No, I just give it time. I think they're making a point. I
Okay.
think they're just making a point. So let me just read a page or two
Okay.
to see where we ended up because you're happy and content. Suddenly the skies go dark and you hear a crash of thunder. The water has turned slate gray and the undertow suddenly grabs hold like a hand yanking you. Okay, let me see. Let me see what's going on here.
That sounds like it.
Yeah, this doesn't sound like the right spot. Hold on.
It sounds like it shot you completely far off.
Yeah, let me see here. I'm trying to find where I was. I can't really find it. It's not organized by day, so I have to figure out.
I gotcha. What page did it put you on?
It put me 14% of this book through,
Jesus.
trying to see. Uh, I'm trying to see because I found something and it's. I'm trying to figure out if this is the chapter it meant to put me on, or
I mean, you could go back to the beginning of the book, right, and then just.
I mean, yeah, but I was like 10 pages in already, and I don't want to scroll through all of it again.
I gotcha.
Let me see here. It's that. Okay. Okay. So I don't guess that that's an option.
I see.
Uh, we're 4% in. Okay. I'm just gonna go back to 4% if I need to. Let me see. Yeah.
Okay, so,
Yeah. I guess we're doing the other one.
yeah.
Let me
Man,
find where we were again.
why,
Sorry.
why give us a choice when we can't even make it?
It's an illusion. It's an illusion. Okay. It's an illusion.
Yeah.
All right. We're agreeing with this plan, much to our general dismay.
Man, I wanted an early game over.
It's fair.
Because I believe in the week before you could get a game over just
You were
like
able to
off
just
rip.
leave. Yeah, you were also able to just leave, like when the kids died and you are supposed to go looking for like why everyone's freaking out.
Yeah. Oh no no, I
And
mean
you could just run out and
no,
leave and
no, I'm
say,
talking about
"Fuck it, I'm
the
living a
book.
new life." I know.
Okay. I was talking about a week before though. It's just there was supposed to
Oh
be.
wait, that was. Oh yeah, my bad. I forgot. That was the end of the pit game. That was not the book. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, you're fine. But yeah, no. Yeah. I think like off rip into a week before you could get a game over.
I don't remember how.
I don't remember how either, but I'm pretty sure there was a way just
We're.
like off rip to get a game over.
I feel like maybe you were able to just quit.
Maybe I think that's what it was.
Be like, you know what? You're right. I don't need to be here for 5 nights
Yeah.
leaves. All right. Are you ready to continue to
Yeah.
read?
Sorry.
Yeah, okay. Pizza sounds cool. You try to sound indifferent, like it doesn't matter, but your stomach rumbles right on cue, loud enough that Dad laughs. Thanks so much for that, traitorous stomach. That's in italics, like you're telling yourself
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Great. I love when a plan comes together. That's something Dad likes to say because there's an old TV show where someone said it all the time. Dad likes old TV shows and films. You guys watch old science fiction movies together all the time. Some of his favorites are the old Japanese kaiju movies where it's super obvious the monsters are actors wearing rubber suits,
Yeah.
which is
Which.
kind of fun sometimes. Huh?
Yeah. I was gonna say which the kaiju movies are like Godzilla.
Yeah, which is kind of fun sometimes. Okay, so maybe you kind of like old things too. You pull up in front of the library. It's easy for Dad to stop the car on the street because no one's around. There's never anyone around in this town. Why you even have that single traffic light is anyone's guess. Like 2 cars travel by per hour. It's like where I live, but at night.
Yeah.
Dad Dad hands you your cash for the pizza, and you mumble a quick thanks. You just need to get out of the car, even if it means going into the library. You slam the door behind you a little too loudly. You didn't mean it to seem that aggressive. You glance up, but Dad just waves happily at you, and you don't feel guilty anymore. It's funny how that works. You dash inside the library before you can feel any more feelings. I felt that, to be honest.
What's weird? Oh,
It's my anxiety in a nutshell.
yeah. What's weird though is that in the game we never messed with a library except for buying. I can't remember what it was. I think it was a game console from that one kid that had
Yeah,
the firecrackers.
I think in the book you didn't really go there either, to be fair.
Yeah, I
Like,
think.
I think behind the scenes you spent like most of the time in the library, but you would go to Jeff's for lunch or something, which
Gotcha.
I'm sure is what's happening here. But they only mentioned it the first day. Like,
Gotcha. Okay.
they only mentioned it the first day for like 3 paragraphs at that.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
were like, "Oh yeah, you went to the library and you drew, and then you went to Jeff's." That was
Got.
kind of the extent of the attention that the library got then too. So
Gotcha. Yeah, because I have the graphic novel. I haven't read much of it. I skimmed through, saw the models and all that. I was like, this isn't right, and it made me angry a little, so I stopped reading.
understandable,
I was just like,
understandable.
this is not how they are supposed to look. The actual book describes them differently.
Yeah.
And it,
Although I will say that what I'm getting out of this book is that we're just playing the game, but in book form.
yeah,
So just giving you the heads up, that's kind of what it seems like to me.
I,
Just letting you know.
I gotcha. And then, sorry, I'm just on a tangent real quick with that graphic
No,
novel.
you're good.
That poor plush trap chaser story, like, they messed him up big time in the graphic novel. That's not plush trap. That
Yeah,
is.
didn't he look essentially like a Funko figure of Plush Trap, but
He,
like moving?
he looked like Stitch.
He looked like Stitch.
Yeah.
I see.
Sorry. Just.
I'll say Plush Trap has a Funko Pop, and I'm pretty sure the Funko Pop doesn't really look that much like Plush Trap. It looks like Plush Trap if you stuck him in Blender and just removed all the textures and just made him sickly green.
You right, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, like here, I have Google. I can just pull them up for you to see.
I'm looking at it on my end.
Oh, you're looking at it on your end. Never mind then.
You know, you're fine. But,
That's kind of what I imagine the graphic novel one looking like, but like moving around.
uh, let's see, plush trap chaser graphic novel images. Oh, not open link.
Don't open the link. The link is bad.
Open image in new tab. Alright, I'm gonna pull it up on stream too. This is what he looked like in plush trap. I gotta find where's Powerwash Sim.
Oh. Oh my God, what am I looking at on your screen?
Yeah, that's
Is that what he looks like?
yeah, that's what he looks like in the graphic novel. There it is. Here we go.
You know what he looks like? You know what he looks like? They crossed into the pit with Temmie from Undertale.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, no. This is what he looks like for the book. But then
He
like
looks he looks depressed.
this is what he looks like, because like at the end of the book you could see like a picture of certain parts of the story, and this was in the
Uh-huh.
original book right here.
I see.
And then this is what he looks like on the cover for the graphic novel. This is plush trap.
Yeah,
And
the graphic novel cover looks phenomenal, but that thing is like a stuffed dog.
yeah.
It looks like someone took Glitch Trap and recolored him and gave him Chica's bib.
Yeah, and then like look, just
Ah!
what is this?
That thing is gonna haunt my nightmares, is what that thing is.
And then somebody made, I saw it somewhere where they've actually made it like a Blender model, I think, and made a Spring Bonnie version.
I don't. Well, first of all, Plush Trap is a Spring
Well,
Bonnie, like a
yes,
Spring
yes,
Bonnie stuffy.
but it's not green; it's
So,
actually yellow.
so they just took that and made it yellow. It kind of
Right?
looks yellow to me, anyways, because I'm colorblind. But
Yeah. um. Oh, what's it called? And there's like, because we talked about it before. Into the pit. So this is, if it will load. This is what they look like in the graphic novel and stuff.
hmm
Which Mike and I forget his name, but they look almost how they were described.
hmm
But at the end of the actual book, this is what Oswald was supposed to look like. That's Ozzy right there.
yeah, yeah.
That's Ozzy right there in the graphic novel.
I I see. It seems to me like they just got different artists to draw them.
Yeah. It just
Like it's different art styles. You know what a Spring Bonnie looks like in this picture, the bottom left. That right there, yeah. He
Yeah,
looks like just a recolor of normal Bonnie.
I think that's what he is, because yeah, look, he's different right there.
Yeah, I think he's just a recolor of normal Bonnie, but like they drew him badly because whoever was drawing these comics, like I don't want to say they're a bad artist, but they're not consistent.
Not consistent, and they obviously haven't read the original books.
I mean, I'm sure they had a boss that was telling them, "Oh, he looks wrong. He needs to look this way."
Yeah,
So I'm sure that's why he looks different because someone higher than them was like, "Hey, draw him differently.
yeah,
Do better." But consistency, my guys. Like
yeah,
we've seen what he looks like. He's got like 80 different models. We know what he looks like on the cover of Into the Pit. Like
yeah.
he doesn't look anything like the cover of Into the Pit in the like the bottom left frame, for example. He
Right,
doesn't look anything like the original Into the Pit.
and then like same here too.
Like that one's closer than the Bonnie recolor.
Right, but yeah, this is like towards the end of the book.
Yeah, like it's not the same model.
No, it's different throughout. Which
Ah, yes.
now this is drawn by someone else, I think, because this isn't the
I'll say
graphic novel.
his bow tie is purple in this one, so like
Yeah, and that looks like Oswald.
yeah.
And like
If his bow tie is a weird color, then yeah, I'm sorry, I just can't. That's not Aussie. I'm sorry, it's just
no,
not.
that is not because yeah, that's Ozzy.
Yeah, that's what Aussie looks like.
This and this is not Ozzy.
That is Evan Afton. That is Evan Afton in a different shirt.
You right, you right.
Evan Afton changed his shirt, and that's him.
And it's like, look, the model changes,
At
and
best,
look, all
at
four of
best,
them
it's
are
Michael.
different.
He looks like Michael when Michael got sick of his dad's shit.
Yeah, but yeah, look, they're different in each four frames.
Yeah, they're not consistent. And also where his sharp pointy teeth go
Yeah,
on the
it's
inside of
like
his mouth.
they
They describe those in vivid detail. Like where
they
your teeth at?
they made him a balloon in this picture, back down to
Yeah, they
normal
did.
Bonnie,
Yeah,
and then his face is too long.
I don't know, man. I can't vouch for them. I think that the bottom left I think is just the angle. I can kind
Right.
of pass it off as the angle. But I can't forgive him with all of his teeth missing. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't forgive that.
So far, out of anything that came out of Into the Pit, this picture, that picture, and this one are only the good ones that are well, and in the game version.
Look, I can't stand the character encyclopedia version of him.
Yeah,
Can't stand
yeah,
it.
cause
Like I know it was a general Spring Bonnie, but like we have Spring Bonnie, we have Into the Pit Spring Bonnie, and then we've got whatever that is. It's not either model.
right,
It looks
yeah,
sort of like yeah, there he is. He
it's
looks
this
sort of
one,
like yeah, or like the one fourth across the top, that one. That was
yeah,
also a picture in the encyclopedia.
right, yeah,
But
cause
I don't know. He doesn't look like Into the Pit. He doesn't look like the model they used in FNAF 6. But
right,
I'm assuming he's meant to be count what's the novel series called? I can't remember. That
the
one anyways. The one out of the novel series.
yeah, the Silver Eyes,
The Silver Eyes, thank you.
but yeah, that's this one's in the coloring book I have, like this exact
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah, that's also I'm pretty sure that's also in the encyclopedia. I'm
Right,
pretty
it
sure
is
that's where
because
I
it
saw that
has,
picture.
cause yeah, see, oh no, the
Yeah.
encyclopedia is different. Ew, ew.
Yeah, I don't like the encyclopedia version. Like I actually, given that they left Fredbear out, and this is what we got for Spring Bonnie, and it was like 1.5 pages or something, with nothing interesting to say about him really, except for oh yeah, he's the yellow rabbit, he's a Springlock suit and William Worm. That's about all the encyclopedia had to say about him. I was not impressed with it.
Right,
It was mostly AR characters, and I was really bummed out they couldn't tell us anything more about Fredbear or Spring Bonnie.
yeah,
Fredbear didn't even have a page. The closest we got was Golden Freddy.
right,
And like I know we're gonna get arguments. Someone's in the comments somewhere is gonna be like, actually, Golden Freddy is Fredbear, but I'm not buying it.
No. Here's the
That argument is
encyclopedia page.
immediately, yeah, that's what you get for him. Like
And
he looks like Into the Pit in the bottom one. That is Into the Pit,
yeah, I was gonna say that's into the pit right
but
there.
right, because he's got the blue eyes. But I don't know about the other model that they use.
Right.
I'm unsure about that one,
Because
but it doesn't look like the model we had in FNAF 6, so I don't like it. It's too different.
yeah, and then like that
It's too different. Yeah. That's a
that
guy in a suit.
that is Spring Bonnie right there.
Right, exactly. That is, at least that's my game universe version of Spring Bonnie, because that's
Right.
where he shows up in the game. That's it. That and Springtrap. You can cross reference with Springtrap. It's the same suit.
Right, yeah, because
Like,
I was gonna say that almost looks like Springtrap if he was fixed, because that's what it is.
right. Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, and like, I'm all for that, and that's awesome. And Springtrap is my favorite version of the many Spring Bonnies that are floating around. I don't like the models for the other ones, but I do like the Springtrap model.
Right.
Like the fixed Springtrap model, I should
And
say.
originally that was supposed to be in Help Wanted, but no. That's a
Oh yeah, the
fan
fans had a heyday with
model.
that. Yeah, so he stole that model. That's a fan model, even though that's Scott's model that he
Yeah.
used for that.
It's like even this model isn't that great, but like this would have been better than nothing.
Yeah, I would have preferred this. Although, actually, in hindsight, I think looking back, this would have offended me. But it might look cool with the glitch trap effects on it.
right.
I think this might have offended me, though, if I saw it in game, not gonna lie.
You know what? You know what I gotta do? I gotta
Uh-oh,
learn.
what are you gonna do?
I gotta learn how to mod Help Wanted and replace Glitch Trap.
Yeah.
I gotta replace him with our Fredbear and Spring Bonnie.
Yeah, sorry,
Well, I mean
I'm doing
Spring
something
Bonnie.
right quick. I'm sorry. I'm on a tangent now.
I
Give me
got you.
just a
No, you're
second.
fine.
But give me just a second. This will only take me a minute. But there's only one version of Spring Bonnie that I accept as real.
Mhm.
If I can find him, I just have to find him first. Is it here? No. Is it here? No. Is it here? And guess what? No. Let me see. I'm trying to find him. It's just a matter of where did I hide him. It's definitely not him. I found Flashbang by accident.
I found Day Shift at Freddy's
Sorry.
Spring Bonnie.
Sorry for my tangent. I found him. I found him. I found him.
No, you're fine.
Once he loads his textures. If he ever loads his textures, he probably won't, but it's thinking about loading his textures. So in the meantime,
Yeah.
you
Apparently,
can share you can share this if you want to, but
I got you.
this is the only version. Once he isn't white anymore, this is the only version of Spring Bonnie I accept as Spring Bonnie. It's this model. Like this is the only one that exists. There he goes.
Yeah.
It's the only one. I'm sorry. It's just the way it's got to be.
You right.
Okay, sorry. That's all I had to
No,
say
no,
about
you're
it.
fine.
I went through a lot of work to find that. So okay. Sorry, everybody. It was more work than it was actually necessary.
It happens. All right.
All right, are we ready to go back to reading?
Yeah.
Once upon a time, we had a mission, but then we got sidetracked.
Yeah. It happens.
All right. You didn't mean it to sound that aggressive. You glance up, but Dad just waves happily at you, and you don't feel guilty anymore. You dash inside the library before you can feel any more feelings. It's not actually the worst thing being at the library. It's more the principle of it all. Like you should be with Ben, hanging out, gaming and stuff, but instead you're on your own, hanging out, and gaming and stuff. But the library is dark and air conditioned, and they have this comic book series you've been working your way through. And when that gets boring, you can also draw more of your mascot animals. It's kind of okay, actually. And the time passes faster than you expect, and suddenly you are back out in the bright sun. But even that's a bit better because it's lower in the sky now. And you make your way over to Jeff's Pizza, and you make your way over to Jeff's Pizza. And by the way, that's about how much coverage the library got in the original book, too. Woo!
Yeah.
Okay. Jeff's Pizza has always been a little creepy, but they do make good pizza, so you put up with the weird, dank smell and the strange, shadowy figures. And did I lose you?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay, okay. Sorry, it was I could hear your stream, and then all of a sudden I couldn't hear your stream. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Yeah, just I had stopped spraying.
I got you. Okay.
Stupid carts.
But they do make good pizza, so you put up with the weird dank smell and the strange shadowy figures that were painted on the far wall. But you can kind of still see their lumpy outline. There's this raised platform in the corner, a stage once upon a time, maybe. It's super random. The booth benches are covered in this kind of plastic that sticks to your legs when you sit down. And even though you've seen Jeff himself wipe down the tables, you are pretty sure the rag he does it with hasn't been washed since the 90s. And then there's the weird ball pit in the far corner. It's roped off with this kind of netting stuff, and there's a hand lettered sign that reads out of bounds. But why does it exist in the first place? Why have a dusty, weird ball pit in the corner of a pizza place? And especially why if you don't want anyone to use it? It's not like you're super tempted by it. It kind of looks smelly and gross.
Time to
But
go get pink eye.
you're not. But you're not tempted. Okay, kid, what'll it be? Jeff himself, greasy skin, greasy hair, grease on his apron. A plain slice and a Coke, please, you say. Huh?
That's Jeff.
Were you relating? Just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah, no. I just imagined Jeff from the game. There's something I was gonna go look up and then I blanked on it now.
Okay.
Oh, that's what I was gonna go look up. Sorry, you can keep reading.
Okay. Jeff nods and turns like he's got better things to do. Even though the place is empty and there are no other customers, he brings you a slice of pizza and a soda pretty fast, and you inhale it just as quickly. Your stomach is still gurgling. Yeah, one slice is seriously not enough. You glance at your phone. 20 minutes until Dad comes to pick you up. Now what? Sitting here surrounded by the smells of melted cheese and buttery crust is a special kind of torture. Just focus on the dank smell, you tell yourself. Inhale the dank.
So
Hey, kid.
Sorry. Apparently, Into the Pit takes place in 2020.
20, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, you could have fooled me. You could have fooled me.
Yeah.
I thought this was the 90s.
Because I was curious and everybody was saying, yeah, it takes place in 2020. There was something in like the original book that said what year it was and all that.
I see. I don't remember it. I don't remember seeing it, but I'll take your word. Hey kid, I've got extras. Do you want? Jeff is there in front of you in all his greasy glory with 2 slices of pepperoni in his hands. Do you want? What kind of question is that? I don't have enough cash. On the house, kid. We close early tonight.
What?
What?
Jeff wasn't like that in the game. He was stingy. We asked for extra, and he said, "No, you gotta pay for the extras."
Are you good?
This isn't Jeff. This is an imposter.
You right. On the house, kid. We close early tonight. Need to get rid of the extras.
Sorry.
He doesn't wait for you to say yes. He can clearly tell that that's the answer. He walks off again in that strange way he does, and you don't hesitate. You inhale the slices as well. They're so good. Yeah, okay, maybe Dad's plan isn't terrible. Maybe you can do this again tomorrow. Or maybe, like with everything else, it'll start to get boring. And it's not like you'll get free slices every day. And 1 slice isn't enough, and just feels kind of disappointing. Okay, we have options. Nah, it's been pretty fun, and what else do you have to do anyways? If we stick with the library followed by pizza plan, we can go here, or if we are over it and tomorrow I'm just going to go visit the library, go to the other one.
So wait, what were the 2?
Do we want to continue going to the library followed by pizza, or do we want to just go to the library tomorrow?
Library and pizza.
Library and pizza.
I am mad at this Jeff. This is an imposter Jeff. This is not the real Jeff.
This Jeff is fake!
He's been replaced with Into the Pit.
Into the Pit impersonating Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, he did.
You know, would you like to put money on that? Because I could see it.
Yeah, I can see it too. I'll give you all my $2.
All your $2.
But cause yeah, at the end of I know the game isn't canon to story or anything, but like in the game he is still alive apparently because he jumps off the netting and kills Jeff, or at least is thought to kill Jeff.
Yeah, but to be fair, in the game, you're also a 10-year-old boy named Oswald who all went through all this. This is the exact same words from the original
Yeah,
story, too. So I feel like this is the original story, but it would not, however, surprise me if they mixed it up a little bit and changed the story.
yeah.
Dun 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 gets kidnapped by Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff.
I propose we I propose we get kidnapped by Jeff and it turns out to be Into the Pit.
Yeah, Jeff is William.
Jeff is William Afton. 10 of 10
That would
for the story. 10 of 10 for that would be awesome. I'll do it.
that would explain why he still why he owns that building, why Into the Pit is there.
Right?
And it doesn't explain the time traveling ball pit, but
Well, hey, I am typing something out because I'm going to forget if I don't say it now.
I gotcha.
Sorry, you had said something and it made me think of this, and I'm just typing it out so that I don't forget about it because I will, but it doesn't pertain to anything really.
I gotcha.
Do 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 do. I can't wait to use the stream to put off doing math.
Oh, you're putting it in the stream chat.
No.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Just remind me to that, and I'll discuss that more with you later. No, I was using
Oh,
I'm
gotcha.
using the stream to put off doing my robotics math. Okay,
Gotcha.
moving on. Are you ready? So I was just
Yeah.
thinking about that while I was typing. I was like, yeah, programming.
No, you're fine.
Woo!
I gotcha.
Mathematical functions in programming. Woo! Math. Anyways,
Meth.
I'm gonna keep reading now. Math. We're gonna get demonetized.
Oh, we ain't even monetized.
We'll say the wrong words and then we'll get in trouble with a W.
Crack cocaine.
All right. Crack cocaine. Sorry, man. The only thing we're allowed to say on this stream is heroin.
You right. Sorry, I forgot.
There's
Crack
an E
is
at the end of that.
family friendly. But
There's an
heroin is.
E at the end of that. There's an E at the end of heroin. That way it's a different word.
I see.
Heroin is a drug, but heroin is also the female hero of a story.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm good. I'm going to continue to read now.
Right.
I got a little sidetracked.
No, you're fine.
Quit dying. No dying on stream. Okay? Okay.
Sorry, that mysterious fog's been making me sick.
Ah, yes.
Sorry.
Dad is a little too thrilled how well his whole library and pizza idea went. You roll your eyes, but he's not watching. He keeps his eyes on the road, like there could be anyone to crash into. You know, that makes me think of those two cars in Ohio where they were the only two people with cars in the state of Ohio back in like the 1800s or something.
Yeah,
and they still managed to hit each other.
Yeah, when the cars were first made and all that.
Yeah, when they were like brand spanking new, it was a new concept. Everyone was still using horses, I guess.
Yeah.
And they still somehow managed to crash into each other.
Yeah, the only two known existing cars that were owned by people.
Somehow they still managed to be such terrible drivers.
Yeah.
That they hit each other. I wonder why they were both in the same place. I wonder what fates must have aligned.
Maybe
All right, I'm going back
just,
to reading
where
before I
they were
forget.
made.
Before
I gotcha.
maybe before I forget that we're reading, I'm going to go back to reading.
Gotcha.
Sorry,
No, you're fine.
we're a little sidetracked this stream. He could probably do that thing they do in movies where the driver just starts talking to the passenger and looking right at them and still make it all the way home safe and sound. As it is, you do make it home safe and sound, and Dad suggests watching one of those old, terrible, but kind of fun monster movies he likes. That you maybe like too. Maybe. Just a bit.
See, I like
Oh, come on. You say, huh? What?
I was just gonna say, I like the old kaiju movies just because they were funny.
Yeah.
Like, you had Godzilla doing, like, handstands, backflips, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, oh, come on, you say, pointing right at the screen. You can basically see the guy's head inside the monster's mouth in the costume. That's what makes it awesome, Dad replies with a laugh. Another eye roll. This time Dad sees. Suddenly you're beamed in the face with a couch pillow. You can't help but laugh. It's so cheesy. Nothing wrong with cheesy, replies Dad. You shake your head, but you don't stop watching the movie or anything. Because of course you do have to see if the mech lizard is going to defeat the giant zombie butterfly or not. You finish the movie and go to bed. You wake up to smell pancakes. Pancakes are always a nice smell to wake up to. Morning, hon, Mom says as you slouch your way into the kitchen. You're still tired, but you have an exciting full day of going to the library ahead of you, and so you better be up and ready for it. Wow, you're even sarcastic to yourself inside your brain.
Is that what it says?
Yeah, it says that out loud. That's written down in the story.
Nice.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Mom. You sit at the table and she gives you a peck on top of your head while placing a plate of pancakes in front of you. How was yesterday? She asks, passing you the syrup and then turning back to the stove. It was fine. Because it was. That's kind of all it was, really. It existed. It happened. That's me at work. I'm at work, aren't I? For reference, he asks me about an hour into my shift every day how work is going, and I always say that it's work.
Yeah.
I'm here, aren't I? Anyways, it existed. It happened. That's about all anyone could say about it. Okay, the pizza was pretty good, but that's kind of a pathetic reason to choose as some kind of exciting highlight. Well, I'm glad it was at least not terrible, Mom says. Yeah, at least not that. And then you get ready for another not terrible day. The same old, same old. Reading more of that comic series. Eating more free pizza. Evidently, evidently, Jeff has a ton of pizza laying around or something. Maybe he should stop making so much. Well, you're not gonna suggest anything to him while he's handing you the extra slices.
Man, this is
And
imposter
then,
Jeff.
yeah, this is fake Jeff. This isn't real Jeff.
Real Jeff
And
is
then Dad
stingy.
picks. Yeah, real Jeff said no. But new Jeff showed up, and new Jeff was like, "Hey, I've got some free pizza with your name all over it.
That's what kidnappers say too. I got some free candy that's
Hey
got your name
kids,
on it.
hey kids, want some pizza? Here, follow me out to my ball pit, and I will happily give you some free pizza."
I'm telling you, Jeff is into the
So
pit.
uh, and then Dad picks you up, and then it's the same cycle over and over again, day after day. You run through that one comic series and start another. Your mascot band is now on tour, and you draw them in locations around the world. The pizza still tastes good, but maybe it's getting a little boring. Day after day. And at the end of the week, there's a little bit of a change in your routine with family night. Family night is the weekly tradition that you do with both of your parents. Probably something to do with bonding or whatever. It's just the three of you, so it's not like you invite long lost relatives or anything. It seems a little silly since you see your parents every single day, but yeah, it's true. The three of you hang out together. The three of you hanging out together is not easy to do with your parents having such opposite work schedules. Anyway, family night can consist of anything, a board game or maybe a walk to get ice cream. Tonight it's movie night, which is okay. But you're just kind of over everything at this point, including movies. Not excited about the movie, Ozzy? Asked Dad, flipping through the titles on the app. It said the word app. We're definitely in 2020. You shrug. I'm just kind of over everything. Nothing ever changes. It's the same every day. I wish we had money. Money isn't the most important thing, Mom says softly from her chair. I yelled it. Sorry. I didn't read that part in advance. Sorry. My bad.
Yeah. There's a cock.
What?
Look.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Is that the thing? Does it open? Can we paint the things inside?
No, that's over here.
Oh, okay. Well, can we
That
paint the things
is this.
inside?
Yeah, hold on. Let me turn up the volume for this game so you can hear just the ring.
Excellent. I'm swapping over to the Discord stream so I can watch it in real time. I did it. Oh, it's beautiful. Ring, 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 ring.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it back down.
It's beautiful. You turned up the volume specifically so that I'd have to hear all the ring, 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 ring.
Yep.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Oh.
Okay, back to the mainstream. Okay, Mom says softly from her chair. Yeah, you know that. She says that a lot. It's not, but it makes things less boring. And even though you know you shouldn't say it because it'll make Mom sad, you add, I hate the summer. It's so stupid. I don't want to watch a stupid monster movie. But you like monster movies, Dad says. Too much of anything is dumb. I just want. I have to turn my volume back down.
Oh, sorry. Did
I'm
I turn it?
I'm I'm distracting myself. Sorry.
I gotcha.
Okay. Too much of anything is dumb. I just want to do something different. Hang out with kids my own age. Not like not like my parents. What's wrong with you? Why are you being so mean? Maybe you're just so over everything that you can't hold back all those angry thoughts in your brain. You're too tired to play nice. I know it's not what you want. Yeah, because why would anything ever be what I want? Lower your voice, young man. Why should I? I'm angry. Same. Same. Because I'm your father and I'm telling you to. Okay, you two, knock it off, says Mom with that trademark mom voice that just cuts through everything, even a fight, and makes everyone in the room shut up. I'm serious. That's it. I'm making you both watch a rom-com. The thing is, rom-coms are just as stupid as old monster movies, so what's the difference? But also, you are just over hanging out with your parents. Being around anyone, really. Okay, we have options. We have very dramatic and detailed options. We can get up and huff and stomp up to our room, quote, or we can cross our arms, lean back into the couch, and watch the rom-com. Those are the two options.
Go to the room.
Go to our room. You really don't like our parents.
I'm trying to get an early game over.
Fine, fine.
I'm trying to see if I can get
You,
grounded as a game over.
I see. You fling open the door to your room and slam it hard behind you. You know you're not supposed to slam doors, but that's exactly why you do it. It feels good for a second, but then you immediately feel a little guilty. Not that guilty, just, a little. You stomp over to your bed and fall hard onto it. Maybe a little too hard as you hit your head against the wall, but you really don't care.
I thought we were
Oof.
about to die. I was
Just
about
give
to
yourself a
say,
concussion and die, and that's the game over.
yeah,
What a way to go.
I thought I was about
What
to
a
say
way
you
to
hit your
go.
head a little too hard and you died. The end.
Yeah, a little too hard. You cracked your skull open against the wall and died on the spot. The end.
That wouldn't surprise me with a FNAF book.
We knocked our head against the wall so hard that our yellow rabbit ears fell off. Okay, okay. You pull out your phone to play a game and your stomach sinks. Looks like Ben has sent you a text. Hey, normally a text from Ben would make you feel happy and relieved, but you're really not in the mood to read all about the amazing time in Myrtle Beach while you lived your weird Groundhog Day like life at the library and Jeff's Pizza over and over again. Okay, we got options. I'm gonna summarize the options for you. Do we text back or do we ignore him?
Text back.
Man, you don't like us.
What? What?
Let the kid be miserable, okay? Okay.
Oh, but you just. You just complained about being mean to the parents, and now you're just like, well, let him be miserable. It's like,
He doesn't want to read the text, so why are you forcing him to read the text?
but he didn't want to be with his parents either. And then you.
Yeah, you right, you right.
And
You were
then.
mean to his parents, but his parents aren't here now. We don't have any sort of attachment to Ben.
Yeah, we do. He's our best friend, apparently.
We don't have we don't have any attraction to Ben at all.
He's.
That sounded really bad. Wait, no. Let me rephrase that. That sounded really bad. We don't have an attraction to our parents either. But I don't know, man.
Ben is
We don't have an
apparently
attraction to
our
our parents
best
either.
friend, and I forgot where I was going with this, but oh yeah, we do have an
So did
attachment
I.
with him. He's our best friend.
Yeah, but you and me, the reader, are not attached to him.
No, but the character does.
Okay, but the character doesn't want to listen to the text messages with his text to speech. Because this is 2020.
You right, you right.
All
Anyways,
right, I'm reading.
answer the texts.
Hey, Beck, you reply. Even though you don't really want to hear it, you ask, how's your summer? Ben tells you it's going great. He's been at the beach and arcades. He's even made some new friends. The pit in your stomach makes you want to throw the phone across the room. Why is he telling you this? To make you jealous? He knows that he's abandoned you to the worst summer ever in the worst town ever. Okay, that's dramatic. He didn't abandon you. Like, what's
No.
he gonna do? No, I don't want to go because my friend Ozzy isn't going.
Yeah.
Like, how do you think his parents would respond to that?
Too bad you're going anyways, cause you're the child.
Are you are you cleaning my home?
That's oh yeah, it's the trash can.
Ye trash.
Yeah.
Are you cleaning my home?
That ain't
That's
your
my
home.
home.
That ain't your home.
The only one allowed to power wash my home is me.
Huh?
The only one allowed to power wash my house is me. All right, sorry. Uh, Feels kind of mean, but when he asks how your summer is going, you have the ability to type out a short and non-descriptive okay. You tell him about going to Jeff's. He tells you what you already know, that the place is seriously creepy. You
He
talk a bit about Ridge War 7 dropping this fall. You say goodbye. You stare at the ceiling. Yep, as predicted, that whole conversation only made you feel worse. Awesome. You push your phone to the side and go to sleep. You dream a stupid dream where you're swimming at the beach with Ben, and then your mascot band characters appear wearing floaties and try to drown you.
oh oh okay then.
All right, there, Ozzy. You wake up. You still feel like crap. You know, there's a reason that I based Eddie off of Ozzy.
I see you.
I'm starting to remember what it is. Okay. You know today is going to be just as crappy a day. Look, Oswald, I'm sorry about last night. I can tell you're going through it, Dad says. Sure, you say. You don't believe it for a second. You also can't quite believe that you're back in the car going to the library again. It's a living nightmare. No, not even a nightmare. It's too bleak for that. It's more like that feeling of zoning out when a teacher is talking for a bit too long. That bored, empty nothingness where you're definitely not asleep, but you're also not really present either. I mean it. I want to say how impressed I am by you and how you've been handling the summer. No, you interrupt yourself. You interrupt him. You say it pretty loudly. Shut up. You say it pretty loudly, though you don't exactly shout it. Dad stops talking. He seems confused. You don't get to say that. It's not my choice. It's all yours. You don't get to be all proud dad when you're the reason my summer stinks. Oswald, you could get a
Jesus.
better job. We could move. You could get a better job. We could move. There are things you could do, but I can't do anything. I'm just forced to be here. And that's not a good thing. Oswald, you know I'm up for a promotion. You're always up for a promotion, you mutter under your breath. But of course, Dad can hear it. And we can't just move. Your grandparents need us. Your mom's job is here. When you're all grown up, you make commitments. Yeah, I know, for other people, like your son.
Yeah, that this is definitely in 2020 because if I said any of that as a kid, even if I try to spoke back at all, you
It's
popped
just
across
in
the
Ozzy's
face.
par- It's just in Ozzy's parents are gentle parents.
Yeah,
Permissive parents, sorry. I think that gentle is more, they're more gentle parents than permissive parents.
yeah. Man,
Yeah, you'd get slapped. Your
yeah.
parents would get the belt.
If I talked back at all in the slightest.
I don't know what my parents would do. I would have to physically like ask them. In fact, I'm going to. Hey mom.
I
I have to go find my mom. Hold on.
gotcha.
If I talked back when I was 10, what would you do? I'm curious what my mom will say to that. But for now, I'm going to keep reading. I
Okay.
will get
Oh,
back to
did
you with that.
oh you texted her that?
Yeah, I texted her that.
Gotcha.
Okay. You're always right. You've pulled up at the library now, and it's such a good storming off line that you make a solid use of it by opening the car door in a huff and slamming it hard behind you as you leave.
Together that
The
would be
anger.
another.
Who gave this child anger issues?
Yeah.
The anger fuels you in a weird way. In a Anger fuels you in a weird way for the day. It's a hard sentence to read. It's not exactly fun, but at least you're not bored. When you find out the rest of the new comic series you were reading isn't out yet, you just use your anger to storm over to the computers. When the spinning wheel of death appears on the screen as you're trying to load your game, you just whip out your notebook in anger and draw instead. And when the bear starts looking like some kind of disintegrating monster and not the normal leader of your mascot band, you lean into it and make it so his skin is peeling off, revealing a cold metal structure underneath. Child, are you okay?
I don't think so.
When you finally get to Jeff's and have your slice, you eat the whole thing so fast you almost choke. You sit there seething, waiting for Dad to pick you up. You really aren't ready to see him yet. You've done a really good job of keeping the anger going all day, though you are starting to feel a little tired now. Being furious is exhausting work. You right? You right? He's not wrong. You look around and see the ball pit in the corner. Yet another thing to be angry about. The stupid ball pit that no one is supposed to use but somehow still exists. The audacity! uh, what is the point of it? You glance over to look for Jeff, but he's disappeared into the kitchen. This is your chance. Your chance for what exactly? Diving into a dusty ball pit, probably covered in the sweat and snot and stuff from hundreds of kids over the years. Okay, we've got choices. Here are our choices. Choice number one. Oh, who cares about germs? And no one's ever died from going into a ball pit. Sheesh. Or if or you feel kind of grossed out and decide even your anger can't push you that far. Which is it? Are we going or are we not?
We're not.
We avoid the pit. Okay. You wait as you always do for Dad to pick you up. The wait just makes your anger grow stronger and stronger. You become more and more annoyed with him, his stupid job, his stupid taste in music, his insistence that somehow going to the library and then for pizza is the ultimate summer vacation. This kid is a very entitled brat, I've got to say.
Yeah. Man, this
I
kid's
love
gonna have a
Ozzy
heart
dearly,
attack if he
but
keeps going like this.
I feel like we're leading toward a blow up at his parents.
Yeah.
That's gonna get him grounded or something, or his dad's gonna like die in a car accident from the yelling or something. That's where I'm going. That's where I see this going, and it concerns me greatly. But let's read. Uh, you become more and more annoyed with him, his stupid job, his stupid taste in music, his insistence that somehow going to the library and then for pizza is the ultimate summer vacation. He doesn't understand. He doesn't know what it's like to be stuck in a town like this. Almost like he's not stuck in a town like this.
Yeah.
Uh, when he was a kid, there were arcades and stuff. You know, he's told you about it. By the time he picks you up, you're fuming. You climb into the passenger seat and slam the door behind you. Hey, champ, don't slam the door, okay? I hate when you call me champ. And who cares about the stupid car door? You reply. Oh, totally pissed off. I care. I have to pay for it if something breaks. You should have more respect for things. Respect for this hunk of junk? Cut it out. You're being very disrespectful, replied Dad with his serious voice. You hate his serious voice. Yeah, because you totally respect me, you stuff.
Oh my
I
god.
do. You don't. I do. You are so busy arguing that Dad has turned to look at you and he doesn't see the red light on the only set of streetlights in town. And of course, the one time a car is actually coming from the other direction, it has to be now. Game over.
Yep, you called it.
I I called it. I called it. We died in a car accident. That's what I've always wanted.
So,
Dreams do come true.
to the ball pit it is.
Yeah, I gotta go find it. Hold on.
God, that kid, like, just
Hold on, while I'm on a break, I'm dying to know. Hold on. Oh,
okay.
mother. She hasn't gotten back to me yet. Give me just a second.
I gotcha.
Hey, Mom. You're on stream. So, if I were, if I were Google, I would help you out. What would happen? When I got like a travel thing, would you go and look at the belt and like, I saw you in my room. Okay, that answers that. Sorry, very important
No,
questions.
you're fine.
So, yeah, I'd be grounded essentially.
I see.
That was their equivalent to grounding me, was locking me in my room. I just closed your stream. Hold on, I had to go back. Where did it go? There we go. Okay. Whew. Let me go figure out where we were. I
Yeah.
have to go. I have to go find where we were. I'm seeing the word rabbit more than I want. I don't know. These are some really, really important questions. Like, are we using the bathroom or are we not using the bathroom?
I see.
Okay. I'm trying really hard to find where we were, but I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
So give me just a moment. Sorry.
I gotcha. No, you're fine.
Do 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 do. Ah, the very, very important. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I thought it said, do we go right? Do we go left? Or do we go right? Do we do left? Or do we leave?
Uh,
That's what I thought it said. It's like, wait, we can just walk out of the pizzeria at some point? Okay, I'm still trying to find it. Hold on.
that whole time you were reading off what Ozzy was doing, it's like, oh my god, just like it was
Yeah.
making me mad, and I wasn't even the parent.
We're secondhand parenting.
It's you're just like, really, really, just like
Yeah.
each thing added up.
So I'm still scrolling.
No, I gotcha. Just each thing that was says like that would be me getting grounded for longer and getting popped each time.
Yeah. Okay, I found it. Woo! I found it.
Nice,
Okay, we're
nice.
going into the pit this time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You get up quickly and dash over to the pit. The rope is hardly an electrified fence or anything, and you step over it easy. You look into the pit. Up close, you can see the dust on the colorful plastic balls, and you can smell something not great coming from its depths. Probably just stale like the rest of the pizza place. But you can't help think of the word rotting. There's no turning back now. Actually, you could turn back, but it'd be super easy to do. But you are fueled by that anger, and you are determined.
He's an
Anyway,
angsty
it's just about.
teen.
He's an angsty teen. He's not even a teenager
No.
yet, but he's an angsty teen.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the worst that could happen?
Uh.
You look over your you look over your shoulder one more time. Jeff is still in the kitchen, so you just go for it. And faster than you can think pink eye, you jump into the pit. That is a direct quote from the original book.
I see.
And faster than you can think pink eye, you jump into the pit and fall into the pile of dusty, colorful plastic. And you keep falling. And you keep falling, question mark? Are you familiar with the story of Alice in Wonderland? Do you know all about the crazy You know all about the crazy Oh wait, I misread. Sorry about that.
You're
You
fine.
are familiar with the story of Alice in Wonderland. You know all about the crazy deep rabbit hole. You think maybe you are somehow in her story because this pit doesn't seem to have a bottom. You start to freak out and throw your arms out wide to slow your fall. You need to do something quick. Maybe you can swim back to the surface. You kick your legs behind you and pull with your arms. Your hands scrabble to use the plastic balls as leverage to pull yourself. He's, fa- he's falling through the gate balls. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Your heart is right. Excuse me. Your hands scrabble to use the plastic balls as leverage to pull yourself up, but you push them down behind you instead. I hate having no attention span.
Yeah.
So a YouTube notification popped up and it distracted me, and I don't know where I was. But you push them down beside you instead. Your heart is racing now, your feet flailing, your hands grasping, and now you're worried you can't breathe. No, don't be stupid. You're not actually underwater. There is air in here. There is air. No, sorry, I gotta read that line again. There is air. There. Slowly and painfully, you manage to swim back up through the balls. The higher you get, the more confident you are. You can do. What? What are you laughing about? Mr. Clean gets rid of dirt and grime and cleans in just a minute. Mr. Clean, clean your whole house and everything that's in it. You have to do this. Wait, where was I? Slowly and painfully, you manage to swim back up through the balls. That's in quotations. Swim back up through the balls. The higher you get, the more confident you are. You can do this. You can do this. You have to do this. With a whoosh, you finally pop your head. What are you laughing about?
I have to swim.
Quit laughing. You're distracting me. Yeah, you would know a thing or two about swimming through balls, wouldn't you?
I don't know anything about that.
Then why are you laughing?
It's a
Then why
funny
are you
visual.
laughing like you're remembering?
I'm laughing because it's a funny visual.
I see. Well, with a whoosh, you finally pop your head out of the pit. Quit dying on stream.
Do it.
You take in a deep breath and close your eyes in relief. There suddenly seems to be a bottom under you, and you sit there trying to calm your speeding heart. Then you slowly sense something's different. Something's off. The sounds you are hearing aren't the quiet drone of the old soda fridge behind the counter. They aren't of the faint musak Jeff insists on playing, and some kind of jazz flute awfulness. It's Muzak. I don't know what that is. Muzak? Muzak? I don't know. No, it's the clinking of bells. Moose-sax? What? Is that what you just said to me? Can you believe this? Can you believe this little yellow rabbit hanging from the hex rabbit hanging from the fan over here? You didn't name him. Emotional support spring rabbit.
Spring rabbit.
Anyways, no, it's the clanking of bells, the laughter of kids, and loud, happy music, and well, the sounds of joy? Question mark. He's never heard joy in his life.
Yeah, he acts like
you
it.
Open your you open your eyes, and once again, your breath is taken away. You're still at Jeff's, or at least you think you are. The shape of the room and the general layout seems like a perfect mirror to the restaurant you have now found yourself in. No, wait, you're wrong. It's a little bigger, wider. You realize it's actually a perfect footprint of Jeff's Pizza and the shattered shop beside it. Is this Jeff's? If so, this Jeff's is twice as big. The place isn't the creepy, musty pizza place you're familiar with. This place is awesome. You stare at the crowded restaurant arcade. Kids are everywhere, laughing and playing games like the ones you'd heard Dad talk about from his childhood.
Dragon.
Those big cabinet-like.
Sorry.
What?
Dragon.
Where? I see.
And it's burning Shrek.
Ah, yes. I see. This was made by Farquaad himself.
Yep.
Rest assured. Okay. Kids are everywhere, laughing and playing games like the ones you'd heard Dad talk about from his childhood. Those big cabinet-like games set up in rows, flashing colorful lights with big neon signs telling you what they are. So many games. You stare, wide-eyed and slack-jawed. Okay, we got choices. Choice number 1. Ahem. This is beyond amazing. If you think you absolutely need to explore all of this, we can go there. Or, here's the other choice. It doesn't matter how cool it all looks. This is absolutely freaky, and who knows what might happen if you step out of the ball pit, you nope back out of there and dive right back into the pit. Like a frightened groundhog that saw his shadow. You're gonna explore? Okay.
Yep. Hey, look, it's Farquaad getting squashed.
Where? Oh, there he is. I see.
And
Ah, yes. Well, he's easily stepped on. After all, he is like 1 foot tall.
yeah,
I see. The YouTube stream is a little bit behind, but I
yeah,
see it
gotcha.
now. I like the eggs. It's like someone tried to egg Farquaad.
Yeah.
Okay. You stand up in the pit and notice you aren't alone. Little kids are playing in the dusty balls at your feet, and you feel a little silly being surrounded by them. You smile awkwardly as a 3-year-old who stares up at a 3-year-old who stares up at you intensely as they try to shove an entire red ball into their mouth.
Sounds about right.
As the kids out here eating balls, just like
Oh
in
my
modern
god.
day. Sorry, I laughed at my own joke.
No, you're fine.
Then you turn and climb out of the pit. You quickly walk away, pretending you were never in it, and look around some more. This is truly incredible. You feel a buzzing excitement, a feeling you didn't know you were still capable of feeling at all anymore. You feel happy. You know what all the kids in these stories have in common? Like all the just in general Fazbear Frights kids?
Huh.
They all are ungrateful bastards.
Yeah.
Have you noticed they're all like miserable? Like especially like for example Lonely Freddy.
Yeah. I
That
haven't read
that
that
kid was the
story.
worst. I haven't read it. I've heard the songs.
Mm,
Like, you only actually need to listen to Kyle Allen's Lonely Freddy song to understand what that child was like.
I see. I haven't heard that
Like,
song.
oh man, you should at some point.
Yeah.
I'll send you a link to it once I have one. But it's a good song, but like that kid,
Gotcha.
boy, get go say hi to your friends. I know you have some. Calm down. I know for a fact your friends don't hate you like you think they do. Just go say hi to someone
Yeah.
and then touch grass because you need to. Anyways, then you turn and climb out of the pit. You quickly walk away, pretending you were never in it anymore and never in it in the first place, and look around some more. Words, they're hard, you know.
Word.
This is truly incredible. You feeling a buzzing of excitement. You feel a feeling you didn't know you were still capable of feeling at all anymore. You feel happy. You wonder, I can't read. You wonder, are you sure that I'm the one that should be reading these stories? Like, of all people, are we
I
sure
would
it should
be.
be me?
I would be even worse.
Where was I here? You wander over to the arcade games, which seem to extend into that shop next door to Jeff's. There are so many. I should have started using the Spring Bonnie voice. Should I just start using my Spring Bonnie voice to read?
I don't know.
It might be easier. It might be easier. You know, I'm gonna try it and see if it's easier to read that way because I have to actually think to enunciate. I
Yeah.
have to use my brain and not just my eyeballs.
Your
So I'm gonna
balls.
try. I'm gonna try to do. Don't erase Shrek.
Too late.
Wah. Okay. Allow me to use the Spring Bonnie voice to read from now on. Maybe it'll be easier. Where was I? There are so many. There's skee ball. Ah, good. There's skee ball. There's skee ball. There's whack-a-mole. There's pinball. Then there are some of the actual arcade games, some of which you still play now on the computer. Wrecking Crew, Road Blaster. It's hard to see the gameplay with so many kids surrounding each of the machines. Kids are waiting for their turn, placing tokens along the edge of the machines to hold their place. They cheer one another on, and also sometimes chirp at one another too. I don't know what that means, but
It's a
I
chirp
don't
at
I
one
don't know.
another.
They chirp at one another. The kids do.
You see?
Uh, Everyone is just so energetic and hopped up on sugary drinks and pizza and dessert. It's simply wonderful. You arrive at a game that no one is playing. There is no line or anything. You wonder if it's out of service or. I'm sorry, I haven't used the Spring Bonnie voice in so long that now I sound like an AI that you would like use on TikTok.
Yeah.
That's what I sound like to myself now. For shame,
Are you even real?
I've become. I have become the very thing I've swore to destroy.
You're
God,
not
I
even
hate
here
AI.
right now. You're just an AI.
Ah, thank you for noticing. I'm glad that you noticed that I am in fact an AI. I sounded like an AI in VR chat when I used to use this voice too.
Yeah.
It tricked some kids. That was back when it was cool. Now it's just annoying. Anyways, you arrive at a game that no one is playing. There is no line or anything. You wonder if it's out of service or something, but it's glowing and music is playing through the speakers. There's a pixelated yellow rabbit face smiling at you on the screen. Above it is the title 8-Bit Escape. On the coin slot, there is a sign that reads Special Gold Token Only. We don't have a gold token, do we? We don't have
No,
a gold
didn't
token.
it say we
We have
get...
half a Faz coin.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay, good night, Mom. Okay, okay. Makes sense. Mom, do I sound like an AI? I sound like an AI, don't I? You've never heard the Morgan Freeman voice on the YouTube videos? Don't you listen to videos voiced by Morgan Freeman?
Sorry about that.
Are we all good?
Yeah.
Okay, I will continue reading then. We do not have a gold token because we have half of a Freddy Fazbear coin,
Gotcha.
which is a different thing. I saw a use for it earlier when I was looking for our choices.
Gotcha.
Okay, we don't have one, so I'm gonna tap touch here. You shrug. It's okay. You don't need to play a game right now. What you need is to keep exploring because everything about this is insane. You wander back down the rows of arcade games, continuing to check out what everyone's playing. Looking over the shoulders of kids, looking over the shoulders of kids looking over the shoulder of the kid playing.
I see you.
No wonder I couldn't read that.
Yeah, happens.
It's so crowded in here. It's amazing. You wander back into the main part of Jeff's Pizza, and then you notice the strange shapes painted over on the wall at Jeff's are visible. They are ... Well, they look like ... You furrow your eyebrows. I'm reading as it is. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
You furrow your eyebrows as you stare at them rising behind the wall of banquet seats filled with families eating pizza. They look like your drawings. A bird, a bear, a rabbit, all playing in a band. You take a step in to look closer. Below them, written in a colorful scrawl, is Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Okay. So that's where you are, not Jeff's. Not anymore. Or is this what it used to be? That's actually a good question. The games and everything suggest you're somehow in the past, but maybe you're in a different dimension. Basically, you know where you are, but when you are? You look carefully at the people around you. You really examine them, looking for clues. You check their hairstyles, big and over the top. Girls with side ponytails, the boys is large and poofy. The clothes look different too. Lots of neon. Like seriously, a lot of neon. Too much neon, really, if anyone asked you, which they didn't. It's all old-fashioned and a bit funny. You grin. Suddenly, loud music blares, much louder than the ambient music playing around you. You spin on your heels and find yourself staring at that platform, the old empty stage, except now it isn't empty anymore. On it stands 3 life-size versions of your drawings, in their band, and they are playing a song together. Their movements are static and robotic. Why? Why did you have to... my whole train of thought. Why?
It's because that's what he does. Was supposed to do in the game.
My whole train of thought, though.
Sorry.
Anyways,
It just
where
popped
was
into my
I?
head.
Their movements are static and robotic, and you realize that these are animatronics programmed to move in sync as if they are really playing the music. There's a group of little kids watching and laughing and wearing party hats. You're not really sure what's making them laugh like that. It's so obviously fake. And on top of that, it's kind of freaky. Oh, excuse me.
No yawn.
Those eyes. I didn't yawn, sorry, I burped.
I
No,
see.
those eyes, those creepy dead eyes that you couldn't stop drawing over and over again. They're way worse in reality than anything in your sketchbook. Someone bumps into you and you wheel around. You don't whirl around, you wheel around.
It's Mike. I'm calling it. It's Mike.
It's Mike. You're getting pretty dizzy with all this constant turning and trying to understand everything around you. Sorry, dude, says a kid. He's about your age and definitely has leaned into the whole poofy hair thing. Yeah, no, it's cool, you reply. You try not to stare. Try not to stare, but you are so staring. You okay? You shake your head. Be normal. Be normal. Oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm Chip, and that's my friend Mike over there.
Ah,
Wrong.
it was Chip. Okay. Mike was nearby at least.
Mike was nearby. Honestly, when you said Mike, I thought that you meant our friend Michael.
Oh.
And then I was confused because I then assumed you meant Michael Afton.
No.
And then I was like, that doesn't make sense. And then I was like, who's Mike?
I gotcha.
Anyways, I'm Chip, and that's my friend Mike over there. Chip points to a tall kid with an afro standing at the skee ball game with a pizza roller decal on the side. Haven't seen you here before. You quickly come up with an excuse. Oh yeah, I'm just visiting my grandma for a few weeks. This place is really cool. Love all these old games. Old games? Freddy's always has the latest games. That's why the lines are so epic. Yeah, no, I didn't mean it old as in old. I meant like old as in cool. That wasn't a thing. That wasn't a thing anyone said. That wasn't a saying in your time or theirs. Why did you say that? But Chip nods and then shrugs. Yeah, they are cool. Hey, you want to play pizza roller with us? Yeah, because you do. This might be some seriously mysterious ball pit travel through time and space situation, all in hyphens. But the chance to actually play games with kids your own age and actually have fun, that would be amazing. You got a name? Oswald, you reply. And you shake hands. Then quickly, you head over to Mike, who's holding the game for you. You are not good at it, but they are taking it a bit easy on you at first as you figure out the mechanics.
I,
And
s-
sure enough, after. Huh?
I was, sorry, I was gonna say. I still say it would be weird, but also cool if like when he travels back into the future and all that, if like Mike and Chip were there but as adults in the future, and like wait, we knew you as a kid. How are
Yeah,
you still
that
a
would
kid?
that would be cool, but alas, they get murdered. Sparkles.
No, I'm pretty well, at least in the game, anyways. We save Mike.
I knew he saved some random kids, but I don't remember it being Mike.
Yeah, I think one of them ends up being Mike. He's the annoying
Oh,
one
okay.
that uh you went to go save and then he hit like 2 times.
Oh, I see.
I'm pretty sure that was Mike.
Okay. Sure enough, after a few games, they stop pulling their punches, and you even beat them a few times. You laugh at your first victory, and high fives are had all around. You look across the room as Mike sets up for the next game. You know you're grinning like an idiot, but man, it feels so good to just be happy for once. That's when you notice the person in the big yellow rabbit mascot costume, standing in the far corner by some kind of back door. It's creepy, a lot like the animatronics on stage, but not as colorful. More like its costume has seen better days. It feels like the rabbit is staring right at you, but that's not possible, since there are so many other kids here. It's just the fake eyes. Just one of those tricks where no matter where you are, it looks like they are watching you. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, the
Okay, we've got choices.
I see. I was gonna say yeah, the eye cases will do that too.
Yeah, they will. Okay, two choices. First choice, you are kind of mesmerized by it, even though you know it can't be staring right at you. If you decide to go over and check it out, we go there, or we can ignore the rabbit and go back to the game.
Ignore the rabbit. I was gonna jokingly say, is one of our options going up and punching into the pit?
No, but we can go and check him out, which I imagine gets us an immediate game over if you're interested.
Probably. I mean, we can. Just remember the page you're currently on.
Yes, I am 19% through,
I see.
and that will get me close enough. Okay, we're gonna go and check him out. You walk over to the rabbit. You feel a little lightheaded, almost like you were strolling in a dream. All the kids making noise around you kind of vanishes in your mind, and your only focus is on the weird rabbit mascot. The eyes stay on you the whole time. You are drawn to them, even as they seem more dead and soulless as you get closer. It's also strange. Hi, you say as you arrive. The rabbit doesn't say anything. What a weird mascot. So, you're a rabbit, huh? This is such a silly conversation.
Yeah. You
Like
stupid
you think
bitch. Sorry.
you think it's probably an inanimate object, but you walk up and start trying to have a conversation with it anyways.
Yeah.
So, you're a rabbit, huh? It's a pretty stupid thing to say, but you're feeling kind of stupid. Kind of numb, honestly. Sorry, my throat,
You're fine.
my bed.
He's got an illusion disc.
Yeah. It's a pretty stupid thing to say, but you're feeling kind of stupid. Kind of numb, honestly. Like there's an empty well inside you, and but you are also inside it. Okay, that was a trippy thought. It's a paradox. Are you inside the empty well, or is the empty well inside of you? Dun dun dun!
It's both.
The rabbit produces one of those pointy party hats from behind its back. It's blue with blobs of green sparkles. An elastic dangles from the bottom. You stare at it. What are you supposed to do with this hat exactly? Does it want you to put it on? What about your yellow rabbit ears? It's not your birthday. And you don't know anyone here except Mike and Chip, and they don't seem to be celebrating a birthday or anything. Besides, you can't even remember the last time you wore a birthday hat for anyone's party. They are kind of babyish. You look back up at the rabbit. It still says nothing. Okay, somewhere beyond, we have choices. Somewhere beyond the deep, weird, numb, empty feeling, your gut tells you no. Do we back away from the rabbit, or do we take the hat and put it on?
Move away from into the pit.
Okay. The time actually passes quickly when you have. Wait. Okay, I suppose this is the same thing. We left the rabbit alone, I'm assuming, anyways. The time passes quickly when you actually have friends to hang out with and cool stuff to do. It also passes a little too fast because suddenly it occurs to you that you were supposed to meet your dad like an hour ago. You're already in the middle of a fight with him, and now he's going to probably be really upset with you for keeping him waiting. That is, of course, if the ball pit really is some kind of wormhole that can predictably take you back to your time. What if it just sends you further into the past or another dimension? Or maybe into the future? What are the rules? And what is the science behind magical ball pits? This is the stuff they really ought to teach you in school. Speaking of pits, you get a really big one in your stomach, this awful sinking feeling. No, you can't freak out just yet. You can probably still get home. There's no reason to assume you can't. Hey guys, I'm sorry, but I need to head out, you say. Then you worry about how to do that exactly. Are you just going to say bye and then walk over and jump into the ball pit? That wouldn't seem weird at all. But luckily, Chip says, yeah, dude, us too. It was gnarly meeting you, man. He sticks out his hand and you shake it again. You shake Mike's too, and you watch as they walk out of the arcade together. Okay, well that was good timing. You quickly look around and no one is watching you. Except for that rabbit, but maybe it isn't even watching you. It's hard to tell what the mascot's eyes are actually focused on. It's like they are looking at everything and nothing at the same time. You dash over to the pit, and without any hesitation, you jump in. This time, it doesn't feel like falling. You sink under the surface and wonder, what now? Should you just wait? Should you pop up again right away? You decide to count to 100, as that's about how long you were swimming around in the ball pit in the first place, probably. You count, trying not to rush through it. And then, when you hit 100, you quickly make your body pop back up again through the balls into the restaurant. Ah, yes, we pop up through the balls, man. Okay, immediately everything is different. The smell, the sound, the dust. You're back. You're happy it worked, but there's also the awful depressing atmosphere that is Jeff's Pizza. Just a stark contrast to the joyful one at Freddy's that you immediately feel a little disappointed. I messed up that somehow or other, but I'm not sure how, so suck it up. You look around for Dad, but he's nowhere to be seen. Did he think you bailed and went home? Oh man, you're gonna be in so much trouble. But that's when you look at the clock on the wall. It wasn't like you were paying close attention or anything, but it looks like it's not even 10 minutes have passed. In fact, you're pretty sure the clock reads the same time as when you went into the pit. Wait, does that mean time only passes in the pit world but not the real one? Does that mean you could hang out even longer with your new friends, play even more exciting games, and just actually relax and have fun? Is this something worth testing out, or were you just lucky this time? Okay, we've got choices.
You see him?
Choice number one. Heck yeah, it's worth testing out. If you plan on going into the pit again tomorrow, we can go there. Or, nah, not worth pushing your luck. Space and time and wormholes are heavy science, and you don't need to be messing with that. So that would be. So are we going into the pit again tomorrow, or are we
Yeah, go
not going
back
into
into
the
the
pit
pit.
again? Okay. You're still you're still angry with Dad when he picks you up, but you are so distracted by this amazing new discovery that you don't really have the energy to fight. You sit instead in silence as you ride home and go directly upstairs after dinner. You obviously cannot fall asleep super early, but you hope you can soon because the sooner you sleep, the sooner it will be tomorrow, and the sooner you'll be back at Jeff's. Has anyone in the history of this town ever been excited to go to Jeff's before?
Probably not.
Well,
Sorry.
there's a first time for everything. Sorry, yeah, drinking tea makes me burp.
I,
It's important. I'm
here,
sorry.
I thought I made you lose your train of thought. That's why I said sorry.
No, you're good. Now I've lost my train of thought. Where was I?
I got you.
Oh, I
It's
found
a
it. I found
first
it.
for everything, I think, or there's a first for
Yeah,
everything.
I found it. You're good. You do somehow manage to sleep, and tomorrow does come. It said come.
Oh my god. How
You
old are
follow
you
your
again?
usual. uh, Definitely not in my late 20s.
Old.
I'm.
Old.
Aren't you also in your late 20s? Oh, wait, my
Barely.
bad. Shush. I remembered, okay? 4 years is not that big of a difference. I remembered
There.
it after the fact.
Well, with us, anyways, there isn't a big difference. But yeah.
I mean, I mean, just to be clear, my dad was 24 when he married my mom at 18, so I can't really.
True.
My time space continuum is a little wonky compared to the usual.
I gotcha.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry we're not the same exact age, but our age gap is smaller than my parents.
Yeah,
So,
it is. Yeah.
okay. So, anyways, I'm going to continue to read now.
Yeah.
I am going to call it at some point soon. We have been streaming for like 2 hours almost.
Yeah.
I got other stuff to do before I can go to bed tonight. So,
I gotcha. No, you don't. You'll be
you do.
fine.
I guess you don't want me to animate these voice lines that you made.
I gotcha. I was just joking.
You do somehow manage to sleep, and tomorrow does come. You follow your usual plan as always. It is so much harder to focus on playing an online game on the computer at the library when Freddy's awaits you. And then you're at Jeff's, and then you had your extra slices. And then you're alone with the ball pit. Quick as anything, you dash over and immediately jump into it. It doesn't seem so deep this time, nor does it seem so icky. The dust, the worries about pink eye, the smell, it kind of all doesn't matter as you count to 100. You cross your fingers and pop your head back up and find yourself in that Fredbear's and that in that Fazbear's place. Man, even when I enunciate, I still somehow misread.
If only it was a Fredbear's.
A wave of relief washes over you as you realize this is something that can be repeated, that you actually can have an amazing summer, that everything can be bright and cheerful and neon. This is huge. You try to see if Chip and Mike are anywhere, and while on the hunt, you check out more of the games and the space. You even manage to catch a glimpse inside an office where a conveniently located wall calendar informs you that it is the year 1985. That should be kind of terrifying to learn, but it's only all the more exhilarating. You're officially in the past, and it's awesome. Chip and Mike find you, and you think it's pretty awesome to have people actually looking for you. Chip's hair is sprayed and gelled into that perfect floof on his head, and Mike is wearing a Back to the Future t shirt. They grin at you, and of course you grin back. Hey, Oz, says Chip. Oz? You know, like in The Wizard of Oz. No one's ever called you that before? You think of all the names the kids at school have called you, none of them because they like you. All of them to upset you. But a proper nickname by people who like you, that's freaking amazing. Do they? They do now. Sorry.
You're fine. I was gonna say, there is a weird difference between, well, and again, the game and the books are different, but uh, in the game we were following Oz, even like he wasn't summer break. He was still in school when we were playing the game.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of weird when we were playing the game
I
because it
see.
added a weird dynamic. It added a weird dynamic to the story that it didn't need to add.
Gotcha. Because I guess like even in the
In fact, a lot of his motivation came from sheer boredom in the books.
gotcha.
But I do think I'm going to call it before anything interesting happens, okay?
Okay, that's
We
fair.
will pick back up on this probably next Monday because I'm busy tomorrow and I close and then 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 I. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
got you.
complaining about my, in case any of my coworkers see this, I am not complaining about my work schedule. I am simply stating that I cannot stream and also work.
Yeah. I don't know if any of them would see it, but you know.
I don't know if they would either, but I don't want to find out because I got in trouble because I was complaining about my work
I
schedule.
see.
So let's not test the waters here. I'm not complaining about my work schedule. I love the hours.
I gotcha.
I just don't like I just don't like not streaming for a month and a half at a time because all I do is close. That's all.
It happens.
Or at least not streaming without notice anyways. Although there wasn't really anyone to notify this time. No one really showed up, but that's okay.
Yeah. No, I think Captain has school and stuff, so that's probably why he didn't stop by. And probably same with Toy
Probably.
Bonnie.
Yeah, I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but on that note, I need to send you this link.
Yo, yeah, yeah.
Kyle Allen Fetty. Okay. Control. And I do a little shift. Doop.
A little shit.
A little shift. Get it right.
A little shit.
And I imagine this probably isn't copyrighted if you wanted to listen to it on stream, but you don't have to.
I was gonna do it off stream.
Okay, that's
Sorry, I
fine.
was drinking water.
No, you're good.
Alright, we will see you guys
Alrighty.
another time.
Yeah, another time. Hopefully we can make a post saying when once we
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But until we know, we will see you guys sometime. Sparkles.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.